What you're about to see is an episode of the Nerdiest Aftershow, which was our Patreon exclusive show back when we did that a couple years ago. And even though we don't have Patreon anymore, we still think the content is good and want to share it with you for free on YouTube. So I hope you enjoy.
Hello and welcome to the Nerdiest Aftershow, the exclusive show that you get to listen to as a Spotify subscriber. Thank you so much for joining us today. We like to keep it casual on the after show, keep it chill. We thank you so much for your patronage. It helps support the show. And today, we're going to be breaking down the Nerdiest Awards a little further. If you went over to the main show and listened to the Nerdiest Awards, that was our big award show. We did our first annual one very recently. We're just kind of break down the awards and kind of the process of how we got to the awards, and also like what we would have voted, what we voted for, what we thought would win, what actually won, all the nominations, all the stuff like that. Give you a little peek behind the curtain, and we'll see where the conversation takes us. Mr. Nick, as always, I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Nick Barrett, who is really into his song right now. Mr. Nick, how are you today?
Sorry, I was listening to the Solo Leveling opening, and it's really good. And that kind of occupied my brain space for the last, I don't know, minute and a half. So I'm switching to lo-fi now. How have I been? I'm alive.
Yeah.
So I can't really complain too much.
I'm going to be honest. Looking at the video of my room, I don't have a pillowcase right now. And it makes me look really homeless. And I'm sorry you have to look at my ugly naked pillow. But I have a pillowcase. I'm going to keep it
100% honest with you. I didn't even tell that there was no pillowcase there.
See,
so I think you would have made it if you didn't say anything.
I didn't have to bring it up, but I also just felt bad because I'm like, it's kind of gross, you know? And I was like, I have a pillowcase, but it's in the laundry right now. So
I think it's a valid excuse, though.
But I also, like, it's been in the laundry since last Wednesday, and it's Saturday, so...
How has it been there that long?
I just keep forgetting to go get it. I don't care. It's kind of whatever. But also, I'm going to say, I'm going to have to get up for like 5 minutes and be right back because I have food in the oven, and that's how casual that we are keeping the after show. That's right. I'm going to go get my lunch here in a minute. So
imagine eating lunch.
Couldn't, it's just a skill issue. I eat out of necessity.
Can't relate.
That's what I'll say. Yeah, you have anything to say before we dive into some awards?
No.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's a lie. I'm sorry this episode is late. This is technically the February after show. Our schedules just got really busy.
It's kind of kooky right now.
So a couple weeks ago, when I was there filming our short film,
which we'll dive into later.
We were supposed to do the award show that week and then the after show the following week. But then Jackson called me the night we were supposed to record and was like, hey, so I kind of have this thing that I can't get out of.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't record tonight. And I was like, okay, that's all hunky-dory.
Yeah.
Let's just give them another week to vote. We'll push the episode back a week, and it'll be pretty all fine and good.
We'll be good to go.
Get to the next week. And then Jackson was like, hey, so I have this thing that I can't get out of, but I still have time to record the episode, but not the after show. And I was like, okay, cool. We'll just figure out when to do the after show. And now we're here.
Here we are.
So
doing the after show for you, loyal listeners. Thank you so much for joining us here. So, starting at the bottom, the most anticipated film of the year for 2024 winner was Deadpool 3 with 35.1% of the vote. Now, honestly, Deadpool 3 was my pick. That's what I nominated. Now, a little peek behind the curtain of how we chose these are when we wanted to do the award show for a very long time, and it just never really came to fruition. We were like, I don't know how we want to do this. How do we want to? Because the point was to highlight the movies that the Oscars would never highlight. Right. And so if you listen to the episode, the Mario movie won a ton of awards, and like some anime stuff won a ton of awards, and like all this stuff. And so the point was to be like the movies that we like. And this is an interesting thought I've had recently, and it kind of relates, is like we really as a show have hit kind of a niche audience that I really appreciate, in the fact that we are almost like the anti-film bro podcast, if that makes sense.
That makes total sense.
We are in the same like movie, TV genre, stuff like that, but a lot of the other movie and TV podcasts out there really are hardcore film bro people that want to go see Dune, and they want to talk about, you know, Christopher Nolan, and they want to talk about like just the newest of the new and what A24 is doing and all this stuff. And not every podcast is like that, but we just really, that's not our cup of tea. Like, I really love Christopher Nolan movies, and I'm going to go see Dune and all this stuff, but I really like, our favorite movies are like animated movies. Like, we want to talk about Disney movies. We want to talk about, you know, you want to talk about anime movies. I want to talk about Kung Fu Panda. Like, you know, there's really a niche genre right here of like people that don't love the R-rated, gritty film bro movies, and a lot of the podcasts focus on that a lot. And so really the Nerdiest Awards even just confirmed that for me, in the sense of like, you know, Oppenheimer and like Barbie and stuff was nominated and won awards in our award show, but it wasn't like the Mario movie prevailed the most. And so it's very much like, not to say if you're a film bro you're bad, or like, you know, we need to do an episode at some point like defining film bro. Like what are the defining characteristics of film bro? What does that narrative look like? I usually say film bro in a derogatory way, because most of the time, if you're film bro, it means you love really, really pretentious movies that are hard to understand, and you don't actually understand them. You just think you're cool for saying that you like them, and you think you're better than everyone because you like these hip movies they've never heard of.
Right.
So that's kind of how I see it, and not everyone's like that. I'm just not a blanket, but I'm essentially, a lot of those movie podcasts that I have found are very much give off that vibe of kind of a pretentious vibe, and we were very much like don't want to do that. And so I really appreciate the Nerdiest Awards in that way. And so that was kind of the point, is we wanted to highlight these movies that wouldn't get, you know, Oscar nominations. So looking at how we wanted to break this down, we said, okay, we need 5 nominations for every category, and there's 2 of us. So what I would do is say Nick would choose something, I would choose something, Nick would choose something, I would choose something, and then we opened up the poll. You what?
That was saying that's 4. So
right.
Like,
so
that's how we got
4.
the first 4.
Right. So that's how we got 4, and then we opened the Google form for the fan vote, and then fans submitted what they think should be in the category, and whatever got the most suggestions would go on the real poll.
Which, here's what I'll say is...
You explain that while I go get food. I'll be right back.
Next year, I really think an oversight I didn't realize until the poll was up was we should have told you guys what was nominated, because a lot of the nominations in the other form were like for Best Animated Movie, Across the Spider-Verse, which was obviously already nominated. So we definitely could have been a lot more transparent about that and been like, hey, here's what we've already nominated. Now go from there. So we're not like doubling up, because there was a category where something that was already nominated had gotten the most submissions for that. So I was like, okay, now what? Because like, do we just go down to the next thing? And that doesn't feel genuine. So that's just something we can improve on for next year. Jackson's not back yet, but I'll show you guys. Let's see how this works. I might be able to do this. So behind me, you can see my super cool shelf. I have the manga risers back there that I built in January, and then I've got some manga there. I have the Overwatch Bastion set, the Ninjago Temple of Air Jitsu. I have some more manga up here. That right there is a really rare limited edition exclusive Overhaul Funko Pop from My Hero Season 4. And then I have Infinite Deku next to him. And then this is my big shelf of Funkos right here that I haven't put any new ones on there recently. Mainly because I've been really getting into like leaving them in the box like this, or over here. Like, here's all my Switch games, which is cool. I have my Star Wars shelf, Mandalorian helmet. That's my other big shelf of manga where I put another Riser, and I have a Chica and Kaguya figure over there, so that's cool. I also have, I don't know if you can see her over there. I have a new figure I got, which is Yor, but she's like sitting down. So that's cool. Yeah, I got manga over there. I got Blu-rays down there. That's the light. That's my backlight that usually hides behind the chair. I got the Office Lego set right there. I got the Friends Lego set right there.
Yeah.
The Medieval Village, my Switch games, all my Nendoroids are up there. And that's everything that's on my shelves. So
wow,
Jackson's back now.
Thank you for
so
sharing.
We can go back to our regularly scheduled
insights.
programming.
Hey guys, sorry. I try not to eat on podcasts ever, but that's just the casual nature of the after show. You know, we just want to keep it. We just want to keep it real with you guys. And
I'm not eating because I'm going to get Chick-fil-A after this. So.
Oh, booyah! So you know, we just want to keep it real with you guys. So most anticipated film of the year nominations are Sonic 3, Kung Fu Panda 4, My Hero Academia, You're Next, Deadpool, which is a threatening title, by the way.
If you've watched the show, you'll understand. It's not as threatening as it sounds.
You're next. So, or is it like a game show, like you're up next on The Price is Right type? Like, anyway, so Deadpool 3, Dune Part 2, or My Hero Movie 4, which was the same thing as You're Next. It just got anyway. So, yeah, Deadpool 3 won. What are your thoughts on this? What did you vote for? What was kind of the thought process of nominations and whatnot?
Well, can you repeat the question, because I was looking at things on my phone.
You're awful. Sonic 3, Kung Fu Panda 4.
Well, I know the nominations. What was the question?
Oh. What are your thoughts on the winner being Deadpool 3? What did you vote for?
Okay.
Moving forward into the year.
Thank you. Thoughts on Deadpool 3 winning? I'm honestly, as soon as they dropped that Super Bowl trailer, I wasn't shocked at that point, because I'm like, yeah, it's one of the only big movies coming out this year that people actually care about. Me personally, I voted for Sonic 3 because I really love the Sonic movies, but a very close second is the fourth My Hero movie, because I love My Hero. So Kung Fu Panda 4 I could really care less about. Like, it comes out next week and I'm not going to go see it because I haven't seen the other three. So, and then Dune Part 2 is out, and I don't care for Dune. I really don't.
See, I've heard that Dune Part 2, here's the thing, when I saw Dune,
it's Dune 2.
I wasn't my favorite. Dune was not my favorite movie when I saw it. But I left the theater saying, when it continues, I will probably like it more. Because what I didn't like about it was I could tell that it was the start. It was like part one of a much longer thing. And so I felt like I couldn't even have an opinion because it barely started. And like, you know, I never read the book or anything, so I don't know. I'd rather just watch Star Wars, even though Dune is kind of like what inspired Star Wars. But I'm definitely going to see
Everyone's like,
Dune Part 2.
Actually, Dune came first, so it's better than Star Wars. And I'm like, no. Star Wars is the guy who took the original concept and made it better and then made more money because of it. So, I don't know what to tell you.
So, yeah.
Tough luck, buddy.
I voted for Deadpool 3.
No, you didn't.
That's what well, okay, sorry. I didn't vote because I didn't know that we were voting. So, there's that. But I would have voted for Deadpool 3 because that's my most anticipated film of the year. And honestly, what's frustrating is right after we announced these nominations, like a million films got announced. I was like, why could we not why can't we announce films in like February? Like, what's wrong with, like, you know, January, February? Anyway, that's a whole thing. Moving on to worst movie of the year. Winner was The Little Mermaid live-action remake.
Shocker. Did you see that they're getting a new head of film or whatever at Disney?
Really?
And it's a guy who's very, like, opposed to live-action remakes. Who asks, like, why do these movies need to exist? I don't remember his name, but I remember seeing it on Twitter.
Okay.
I just know they had a shift up in their leadership in film, so maybe we're getting less live-action remakes. I mean, the ones that are in production are probably already going to, like, keep going, but we may not get any more, which would be good because that's the direction they need to go in.
Yes. Okay. I can't find it, but if someone wants to look that up, go for it. Be my guest. That'd be a good move for Disney. The winner was The Little Mermaid. Nominations were Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Somebody That I Used to Know, and Napoleon. I was surprised to see Napoleon on here. Personally, I would cut off my arm before I watched Quantumania again.
Really?
I would watch Dial of Destiny before Quantumania.
Really?
I think Quantumania just didn't even do anything. Nothing happened. It's just them like floating around a CGI world for 2 hours.
I mean, that's
and
true.
Again, I'd rather watch Star Wars. That's kind of the emotion I left with Quantumania, was like, man, I really want to watch Star Wars. But I don't know. Do you think The Little Mermaid won because it's like the easiest to crap on, or do you think it's legitimately the worst movie of the year?
I think it's the easiest to crap on because I think Dial of Destiny is the worst movie of the year. I think there's a lot more nostalgia blinders with Indiana Jones than there were with The Little Mermaid, because it is a lot easier to crap on the live-action remakes and be like, oh, the original is better. Whereas, like, Dial of Destiny was, oh, this movie's okay compared to, like, some of the other ones, and not like, oh, but it's Harrison Ford. He's older. Like, it's okay. And I'm like, no, it's bad.
Also, how many of you actually went and saw The Little Mermaid?
Exactly.
Like,
I did.
Did you actually go see it? Because I went and saw it. It was really awful.
So sorry.
So, anyway, Quantumania is worse because I expected more of it. That's on me. Anyway, underrated movie of the year. Moving on. Winner was Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Now, nominations were The Haunted Mansion, Asteroid City, The Shift, Dungeons & Dragons, and The Covenant. Now, I think Dungeons & Dragons... I guess Dungeons & Dragons deserved the win. I personally think Haunted Mansion should have deserved it because it was like the only good thing Disney did last year.
Yeah.
And no one really talked about it.
Exactly.
So I'm waiting for a Blu-ray release because I know that that's going to be...
Oh, the Blu-ray's been out.
Is it out?
Brother,
Oh.
The Blu-ray's been out since
I'm
October.
stupid. I'm sorry. I'm stupid.
Come on, man. Come on.
I'm waiting
You
to
gotta
pick
stay
up the
to it.
Blu-ray. Maybe I'll find one at the store at some point. Who's to say? I don't know. What do you think? Dungeons & Dragons deserve this win, or...
I think Dungeons & Dragons... I think the thing is, all of the films in this category were, like, could have won because they're all underrated and they're all really good, except for the... I can't say anything about The Covenant because I haven't seen that one. But all the other ones I've seen... I put Haunted Mansion and The Shift on there. The Shift, I think, came out a little too late for opinions to be formed because that came out, like, December. Like, I remember talking about that on our last episode of the year because I had just seen it the day before. It's really good, though. And Haunted Mansion, I also think, could have taken it because it was the one, like you said, the one good movie that Disney put out last year after having a lot of misses, and then their one good movie just kind of gets lumped in with the rest of the bad, like, woke garbage they've been putting out. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Like, you can't do much about it.
That makes sense. I put Dungeons & Dragons on there, and I think Dungeons & Dragons, what it did well was it was it was a good medieval movie that pulled people in because of the Dungeons and Dragons name.
Yep.
And so it's kind of like Jumanji in the sense of like Jumanji, the new ones are just a phenomenal like action and comedy movies, but they couldn't name it like Jungle Game, like whatever. They needed that name to like pull people in, and I understand that. So
right.
Even though it really wasn't,
I never felt alienated with it because I hadn't played D&D. Like now I have. Now I'm like in an active campaign that's really fun. But when I saw that movie last year around this time, because it was about March or so, I thought it was great. And it wasn't super alienating for someone who had never played D&D at all.
Mm-hmm. So, good stuff. So, moving on to Best Actress, because we actually nominate women. The winner was Haley Steinfeld. Listen, I'm sorry. Thinking back and looking back at the award show episode, now that we recorded it like a week ago, I was very unhinged on that episode.
You were. I need you to bring that attitude to more episodes because it was great.
I'm not even sorry. So, anyway, Haley Steinfeld won for her performance as Gwen Stefani. Or not Gwen Stefani.
What?
Gwen Stacy.
Her? Huh? What?
Anyway, Gwen Stacy for her performance as Gwen Stacy. And then other nominations were Lily Gladstone, Karen Gillan, Zoe Saldana, and can you read that last name?
Nope. I want to see you try it. I believe in you. This is the only way you're going to get better is by practicing.
Nanukahara. Yeah!
That's my
boy! Let's go! For Suzume, yeah. So the winner was Haley Steinfeld. Honestly, I think I nominated Haley Steinfeld and Zoe Saldana.
You had a hard time picking this category. I think
I did have a hard time.
Because all my nominations were coming from TV, but then you were like, "Oh, we're gonna keep it to movies," and I couldn't nominate any because I was gonna nominate what's her name who played Sylvie in Loki season 2.
Season 2, yeah.
That was gonna be my nomination, or like an anime voice actress from a show, and he was like, "No, we're gonna keep it to movies this year," and I was like, you cut down half my stuff there, dog.
Well, you can't. You have to keep it in a box. Like if you widen it too much, no one knows who anyone is. So that's that about that. So I don't know. I think Haley Steinfeld deserved it. I did not see Killers of the Flower Moon, but I really want to before Oscar season. So who's to say?
Well, you only got like a week.
Right, but I also want to watch like Past Lives, Anatomy of a Fall, and American Fiction. So it's like, I
need you to come here for like a week so we can just binge movies together. Because I have so many that I want to show you. Because like you're gonna come here and I'm like, well, I have this one anime movie on Blu-ray that I think you would really like. That's about like movie making and stuff. I want to watch Suzume, the second Sword Art Online. I think it would be really fun to watch the first episode of Oshinoko because it is basically a mini movie. Like all these things, I'm like, we can't do that in one night.
No,
there's no way.
But like, we both have work, and our schedules just do not line up at all. So like, the longest we could ever like be together anywhere is like 48 hours, if that.
And it sucks because you work on Sundays, and that makes it difficult. Like if you worked Monday to Friday like I did,
right,
we could both take a half day on Friday and have a whole weekend.
Absolutely.
But we can't do that.
But alas. So anyway, Best Actress, I think Haley Steinfeld deserved it. She did amazing in Across the Spider-Verse, especially as a voice actor. Like I know that's hard.
I got no issues with that.
Good word. Best Actor, moving on. Big sweep was Ryan Gosling with 39.5%. Nominations were Jack Black, Chris Pratt, Josh Hutcherson, Bradley Cooper, and Ryan Gosling. Now, Bradley Cooper, not for Maestro, for Rocket Raccoon, because Maestro, not a good movie, guys. Not a good movie. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So, excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Bless you, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling wins. he deserved it. Like, I'm sorry. He was the best part of that movie.
Yeah, I have no qualms with that.
I'm glad to see some Jack Black Bowser representation on here, though, because he's still got about 29% of the vote. So, you know, he also deserved
Chris
that.
Pratt get?
So, Chris Pratt got a good 15.8%.
Okay, because he did really good in Guardians 3.
No, he did really good.
I mean, I liked him in the Mario movie, but he definitely did better in Guardians.
It showed off his acting ability way better than Mario did.
Yes.
So, yeah, I put Josh Hutcherson on there from the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
What a loser.
As a joke. I did it as a joke, but I was like, oh man, if he wins, God bless America. He did get like 8% of the vote.
Democracy will be healed if that's...
Democracy, you know, our country is healing if Josh Hutcherson wins Best Actor for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Yeah, moving on to Best Director. It was another big sweep, 40% for Christopher Nolan on Oppenheimer. And if you listen to our episode about Madam Web, which may not be out by the time this is out, it's a whole, I don't know, scheduling is confusing. I did recently rewatch Oppenheimer, and it made me realize how incredible Christopher Nolan actually is. Because if you like watching a 3-hour movie, especially after working so hard on a short film that'll probably end up to be like 12 minutes, realizing how much effort went into this insanely high quality 3-hour movie.
Yep.
That is absolutely incredible. And I really, really appreciate his contribution to just film. So I think he deserved that win. Nominations were Makoto Shinkai for Suzume, Chad Stahelski for John Wick, James Gunn for Guardians, and Greta Gerwig for Barbie. What do you think about this one?
I think it should have been Makoto Shinkai, but
I know.
I'm also a little biased there.
You're just wrong.
No, you can't say that because you haven't seen Suzume. So, like,
well, you
get
haven't
outta
seen
here.
Oppenheimer. You haven't seen Oppenheimer.
I didn't say he shouldn't. I didn't say I thought he did bad. I just said I thought my person should have won because it was good. I'm sure Oppenheimer was good. Christopher Nolan has a good track record.
But, you know, so I chose John Wick 4. You chose Suzume. Did you choose Guardians?
Yes.
I think you chose Guardians.
Because Barbie was the fan vote, by the way.
Barbie was the fan vote, so I chose Oppenheimer. So, you know, Oppenheimer sweep. Just like the real Oscars are going to be what? Anyway, mark my words. Moving on to Best Original Song. Big sweep was Peaches. Peaches from the Super Mario movie won with 43.2% of the vote.
Oh, it was really close.
And then I'm Just Ken had 35% of the vote. So, nominations were I'm Just Ken, Stronger Together from Miraculous Ladybug, and Cat Noir. Peaches from the Super Mario movie, This Is the Thanks I Get from Wish, and What Was I Made For from Barbie.
Did This Is the Thanks I Get any votes?
Hold on. It got 1 vote.
Wow.
Was that you?
No. I voted for Peaches.
Yeah. Not an amazing time for musicals 2023.
Okay. So I kind of got in a little debate, little spat with one of my coworkers this week because we started talking about I'm Just Ken versus What Was I Made For? And he was like, I'm Just Ken is just like a joke song. Like, it's meant to be a joke, but like What Was I Made For encapsulates all of the themes of the movie in a song. And he was like, because I had said, I think I'm Just Ken is better. And I was like, okay, here's the thing though. Which one did you walk out of the theater remembering? Which one is getting performed live at the Oscars? Like, I'm not saying What Was I Made For is bad. I'm just saying, for me personally, and like he kept getting hung up on that part of like, for me personally, I think I'm Just Ken is better because it's a fun song that you can sing that's meant to be an earworm. And he kind of said the same about Peaches. And I was like, That's the thing is, like, these two songs were not meant to be taken seriously. They were meant to upsell a joke aspect of the movie that they were in, not be a serious thing. So I don't think it's fair to compare them to a song that was meant to encapsulate all of the themes of the movie and put all that together.
But I would also argue, if you look at I'm Just Ken, it also encapsulates
Yes.
the theme of the movie. Like, What Was I Made For is a much more serious approach to the theme. But I'm Just Ken is the same song.
It's the Ken
same
equivalent
message. It's just the other point of view of like, is this, because What Was I Made For is like, why am I here? What was I made for? Is this all that's here for me? Like, what's my purpose? And then I think I'm Just Ken is pretty much the same thing. Is this all that I am to you? Am I just Ken? Is this so they're the same song, and no one wants to talk about that. But I'm Just Ken is just packaged in like a goofy dance number, and
Right.
so it's not serious, air quote, not serious. But personally, and this has been a philosophy of mine that I've used in my music a lot, I think to make you can make an incredible dynamic song by taking what on the surface is a stupid metaphor. But when you look into it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is really like actually kind of brutal. And that's how you make a song that plays on repeat and the audience notices something different about it every time. That's part of the reason why I think I'm Just Ken was such a big deal and still is such a big deal, because it's the same message and gets the same message across as What Was I Made For, with a much more enjoyable listener experience for a blanket public radio aspect. So it's a much more like fun and natural enjoying listening experience with the same message. So anyway, that's my thing. It's also, I'm Just Ken is actually important to the story and like actually moves the characters along like a musical should do, guys.
Yep.
Anyway, also, I'd say the same for Peaches. I think Peaches gives an important character moment for Bowser. Like, it's not just for giggles and lulz. Like, it's important to show how much he cares about this. Anyway, that's my spiel from Best Original Song. I think I'm Just Ken deserves it. But Peaches, I'm not mad. That's a banger. Jack Black should have been Oscar nominated on that one. I'm sorry. Continuing with the theme, Best Original Soundtrack winner was the Super Mario Brothers movie with 34.2%. What do you think? Break that down for me.
I'm just going to reiterate what I said on the episode and keep it brief. It's Nintendo music in a movie. That's like, of course it won. Everyone loves Nintendo music. It's catchy. It's iconic. And it really worked for this movie. I would also say, I think Sword Art Online, the movie Progressive Scares of Deep Night. Guys.
No.
What a great soundtrack. Okay, say what you want, even though you haven't seen it. Let's go off of the one that you have seen. You can't deny that it had a good soundtrack.
I mean, I thought it was good, but
yeah,
it wasn't
like it had a
like,
good soundtrack.
It wasn't like stand out.
Man.
Like I couldn't tell you what any of the songs sounded like now. But like,
well, of course
it was
not, 'cause
okay.
You've blacked it off as a hate watch in your brain.
I try to block out any memory of that movie I can.
I know. That's why I'm going to keep bringing it up. I can't let you block it away forever.
No, I must forget.
I'll just make you watch the second one and
Anyway.
it'll be okay.
But yeah, Best Original Soundtrack for Sword Art Online, Oppenheimer, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Super Mario Bros., and Barbie. Oppenheimer got second place at 26%. But I really expected Spider-Verse to just pop off on this one because everyone loves that soundtrack.
Spider-Verse has two good songs, and it's the 2099 that became a meme, and I don't even know the other one. My problem with the soundtrack is, and I know this is more specifically for score, I feel like the Across the Spider-Verse was not as memorable as the first movie, soundtrack-wise. Because I still listen to the soundtrack from the first movie. I have not touched the soundtrack for the second movie ever.
I think What's the one at the end? The Metro Boomin one. Yeah. That's my favorite one. I also really like. What's the one that you can play in your Fortnite menu? The one that's like has like a Latin feel. It's like you know, that's a good one too.
I don't know.
But I had that one in my Fortnite menu for a long time. But yeah, I don't know. Super Mario Bros. I personally would not have voted for it. I would have voted for Across the Spider-Verse. I think Super Mario Bros. Had a really, really good... They incorporated the Nintendo music really well into the movie, but there was also some points where like they randomly started playing Take On Me, and I was like, why is this here? Like, I didn't need this. And also, like, while they adapted it well, it wasn't an original sound. They didn't have to write music for the movie, you know? They had to adapt already created music for the movie, which is impressive in its own right, but it wasn't an original soundtrack.
Do you really want to? You really want to go down that path?
No.
You really want to go down that path? Because I'm just saying.
I'm just saying you could go to a movie like Oppenheimer.
Used a decent amount of Marvel music, and just like made different arrangements of it.
I mean,
because that's all they did for the Mario movie. Is it's not like they didn't take like Rainbow Road.mp3 and put it in the timeline. They like made an all new arrangement that was more orchestral and put it in. So I think that counts.
I think it counts, but then you compare it to something like Oppenheimer, where they wrote completely original like compositions for it and had to do it from scratch, which is, you know, another Ludwig banger. So I don't know. I could go on for that for a while, but
let's breeze through this
moving
next
on
one.
to
I don't understand how this happened.
Best overall streaming service winner was Netflix. L. Yeah.
Yeah, L. 31.4% because Netflix is going to
Netflix.
Raise their prices again this year.
Yeah, we just cut our Netflix. Like, I don't care.
Who do they think they are?
Right. What? I really need this explained to me. How did Netflix become best streaming service of 2023? What did they make? What did they give? What?
Maybe it was like a lesser of the evil selections, you know.
But
what
also,
I mean?
like, I would choose Max over Netflix any day of the week.
I would choose Crunchyroll over any of these because it's the only one I use.
I would choose Hulu.
Did you say you cut your Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh. See,
it's kind of sad, but also like
what sucks is like as we start
care.
cutting these streaming services, we're really limiting what we can watch now.
No, really.
Because you don't have Netflix, so that cuts out a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, no, you can't password share on Netflix anymore.
I mean,
like my grandparents who live in a different city were on ours, and then they got kicked off.
See, I'm on someone's Netflix on the TV in our living room that is not mine, and we're somehow still there. So I don't know who's paying for it, but you know, God bless America. So
I think Crunchyroll should have won. They just
no votes for Hulu. That's an L. What about?
Although,
hello.
Here's a question. Crunchyroll doesn't make their own stuff. Mm-hmm. They are a primary sort like
distributor.
They get anime from Japan and make it so that we can watch it outside of Japan, because otherwise there would be no way to watch it outside of Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So does all of that content count towards Crunchyroll because they have to pay for the contracts? Like, they have to pay for exclusive streaming rights for My Hero and Demon Slayer and Frieren and all these other shows that are on Crunchyroll. They're paying for exclusivity, at least for the new stuff.
If you look at the award was best overall streaming service, so I don't entirely put nothing but Netflix originals towards this award. I think it was overall what their selection and their UI and all this, and like, you know, that's why Prime Video wasn't on here, because name one Prime original that you liked.
Oh, that I liked? None. Well, Invincible was pretty good. I watched the first season of that.
But that wasn't 23.
No, that was like 21.
So, I don't know. Netflix won. That's still an enigma. If anyone has any insight on that, please let me know. Anime of the year winner was Oshinoko at 30.4%. That's our next anime adventure, and I'm excited about it.
I'm very excited.
Nominees were Oshinoko, Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead, The Dangers in My Heart, and Vinland Saga Season 2. Do you have anything to say about this award?
Oshinoko totally deserved it because it is great, although Frieren is pretty good too. I've seen all of those listed except for Vinland Saga Season 2. I also know, hey guys, if you watch the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, Jujutsu Kaisen swept, and I'm so mad about that because it doesn't deserve it, but also it doesn't fit in Crunchyroll's own nomination category. Like, the way they nominate shows, they stop in July. Jujutsu Kaisen started in August. The only reason they put it up there is because they were going to let it sweep. Anyway, I could do a whole video essay on the idiocy of the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, but that's not what we're here to talk about. So,
anyway,
Oshinoko sweep. Can't wait to do that as an episode and get Jackson's thoughts on it.
It's going to be good. And if I hate it, I'm sorry.
If you hate it, like, I gotta do something because that'll be 3 in a row that you were like you didn't like Sword Art.
No.
You liked Mashal, but weren't like over the moon.
I was pretty indifferent on Mashal.
And if this one, like, if you don't like this one, I'm like, what the heck? Like, maybe it's because I started you off too strong. Like, we started Demon Slayer, well, then we jumped to the original Sword Art, which wasn't good. But then we did Spy Family and Love is War. So at that point, you've got 3 you liked, 1 you didn't. So I got to figure out how to fix the ratio and start showing you more stuff.
Well, moving on to Game of the Year. Biggest sweep of the award show. Absolute W was Tears of the Kingdom. Deserved it. Screw you, Game Awards. Second place was Super Mario Wonder at 14%. And then third place was Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 for third place. Tears of the Kingdom deserved it. Nominees were Tears of the Kingdom, Fortnite, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Mario Bros. Wonder, and Baldur's Gate 3. Tears of the Kingdom all the way, 100%. Deserved it. That's all I'm saying.
Goaty. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to. No, we can't get stuck on that conversation.
Anyway, animated film of the year winner was the Super Mario Brothers movie. Not what I would have voted for, but okay.
Yeah, we know.
Nominees were Suzume, TMNT, Mutant Mayhem, Miraculous Ladybug, and Cat Noir the movie, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and the Super Mario Brothers movie. Second place came to Across the Spider-Verse at 36.1%. I would have voted for Spider-Verse. I wholeheartedly would have.
And you know, that's the problem.
That's that about that. Mario movie is great.
The Mario movie is great. I think this award should have gone to Suzume, though.
I know.
Am I mad that the Mario movie won? No, by no means.
It still got more votes than Ladybug.
Yeah, I know. That's a travesty. All of the things I nominated were good, by the way.
You know,
underappreciated.
That's how everyone feels. They're like, well, what I nominated was really good. And it's like, yeah, that's why you friggin' nominated it. Of course it's good. But, you know, it's all about what the people want. It's what the people want. So, anyway.
Speaking of what the people want,
Show of the year. Winner was a tie between Loki Season 2 and The Last of Us, but we flipped a coin and The Last of Us won. I've only seen like 2 episodes when it was on. I wasn't super into it, and I've never played the games. And that's not really the kind of shows that I get into. And then we cut our HBO. So anyway, that's that about that. I did not see Loki Season 2, but I will watch it before Deadpool. Nominations were Demon Slayer Season 3, Loki Season 2, Ahsoka, Oshinoko, and The Last of Us. Anything to say about this category?
Yeah, I'm really not happy with how this one turned out. Strictly just based off of the fact that it came down to a coin flip. And I feel like next year we need to have a better... We need to have a better system for that.
Maybe if we could open up an Instagram poll of like,
or maybe,
this is a tiebreaker.
I don't know how this, like, maybe we abstain from voting until the day before. and then we use our votes to break any ties. Because, like, if I had removed my vote, like if I had waited to vote until the day before, Last of Us would have won because I voted for Loki. So Loki would have dropped down that extra vote, and The Last of Us would have won without needing to flip
Which
the
is
coin.
kind of...
But then if you voted, you would have voted for something else. So that's what I'm saying is, like, we
I probably
need to use our votes to tiebreak next year.
Yeah. That's a good word. I think that makes sense. I don't know. Not an amazing year for shows.
Whoa.
Anime shows don't count. That's a different thing.
No. Serialized does not discriminate. They're all TV shows in the eyes of Serialized, which means that they all count. It was a great year for anime. You're just in the wrong section of the TV watching community.
See, then there were other really good, like, critically acclaimed shows came out, but I just wasn't super into them. And I'm going to go back and watch some of them. Like, I want to watch The Curse, and I want to watch The Bear and stuff like that. Other shows that have one-word titles after the. But I just haven't gotten into them yet, and that's okay. Last award right here, the Big Cheese Film of the Year. Winner was none other than the Super Mario Brothers movie, with second place going to Oppenheimer, third place going to Guardians of the Galaxy, and fourth place tie between Suzume and Barbie. Honestly, this comes full circle to what we were talking about at the beginning. Our anti-film bro audience comes in clutch to acknowledge the Super Mario Brothers movie as the movie of the year. It was not highest grossing movie of the year for a fluke. It was there for a reason. We put it there with our money. We put our money where our mouth is, and we bought tickets to the Mario movie, and we went and saw it, and it was #1 grossing movie of the year. You can fight it if you want, but that was the winner. What are your thoughts? Break this down for me.
I'm really glad that it won. I think it was well deserved. Why is this so cold? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, I mean, I think the Mario movie was the best movie that came out last year. It wasn't my personal favorite. My personal best movie of the year was Suzume, but overall, I think oh my goodness. Sorry, I just realized my Suzume Blu-ray ships in 2 weeks. I'm so excited. But yeah, I think the Mario movie, I'm not surprised in the slightest. That makes perfect sense to me. I'm
so proud of this community.
That's what I have to say
really
about
did that. Well, those are all our awards from the Nerdiest Awards. Thank you so much for participating. I think it'd be really cool if we somehow found a way to give Spotify subscribers more power in the awards. Like maybe they had like a special nomination or category or whatever. So
maybe
we're gonna
only
try to
Spotify subscribers get
to
submissions.
vote. Oh,
maybe
that's
only
not a bad
they
idea.
get to submit.
So here
I don't know
we
how
are.
you do that with a Google form though.
Yeah, we'd figure it out. So I think that's the end of today's after show. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for your patronage. It's greatly appreciated so that we can make this show even better than it is, but also the after show is for you. So if you have any notes, any thoughts, any specific topics you'd like to hear, please send an email, send a DM, and if you're one of our Spotify subscribers, feel free to send an email or a DM and let us know who you are so we can thank you personally. But thank you so much for being a Spotify subscriber. We really appreciate it. Make sure you tell your friends and follow us on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter, everywhere. We will see you very soon on the main show and here at the after show. Thank you so much once again. We will see you in the next one. Bye.